How are we doing today? We're all kind of trying to survive this stay-at-home order and quarantine. And as I think about it, my mind keeps going back to Psalm 23. I want to just explore one phrase in the third verse of Psalm 23. It says in verse 3, the last half, He guides me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Three observations this morning that kind of help us navigate this. Number one, I have a choice to make. He says, in the paths of righteousness. He's encouraging us to walk in that path. If you know anything about the Judean desert, if you've ever been there, these hillsides, they're pretty barren, but they've got all these little crisscross paths that the sheep have used over the years, and they're little trails. And on the top, we don't understand where they go, but boy, the shepherds know. And they follow the path. And it pictures not really just a straight path, but the right path. He says, I need to walk in the paths of righteousness. When God's directing me, I need to do what's right. Second, he says, for His name's sake. What a loaded phrase. Whose reputation's at stake as we face indecision in these days? It's really the reputation of God. It is for the sake of His glory and His honor that we need to make decisions and that we need to move forward. We need to show to the world how faithful He is and how righteous and holy our God is. And then he says, in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake, third phrase, He guides me. He guides me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. That means to lead. It's really the concept of God's hand guiding the constellations in the sky. He who knows the beginning from the end, He's guiding me. I got a shepherd. Sheep are pretty foolish creatures. So are we. And what I got to do is follow. But in the Judean wilderness, all these paths going everywhere, sometimes it's confusing. What do you follow? But keep your eyes on the shepherd. That's what a sheep needs to do. Isaiah says we've all gone astray. Everyone has turned to his own way. But I got a shepherd. So as we face this quarantine, I do have a shepherd to follow. I do have a God to trust. And I do have a choice to make. And so who are we going to follow in life? What career path? You got a lot of decisions, even staying at home. And so we might have to choose the path that doesn't earn the most money or is the least risky. But we got to go God's way in all of this. Proverbs 12:28 says, in the paths of righteousness there's life. Along that path is immortality. That's the path we got to choose. And even in COVID-19, we have to really understand that God guides me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Let Him do that for us this week. God bless.